What's up, Bell City? I'm Paige Kotecki.
And I'm Hannah Urbani.
And welcome to your 24th installment of Tribe TV.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers.
A tragedy happened in a Florida high school on February 14, 2018.
Two of our LCTV correspondents made a video about it.
The decisions Congress makes today affect you much more greatly than they affect me, because you will have to live with them the rest of your life.
We begin our program with broken hearts in yet another American town, which today became the site of yet another deadly school shooting.
At that Florida high school on Valentine's Day.
When you woke up this morning, this was the farthest thing from your mind on a Valentine's Day, a sunny day in Parkland, Florida.
I would encourage young people to be involved in the debate, to make their voice heard in a civil manner, but to be persistent.
On average, how many constituents would you say contact you or other Congress members about gun control?
I don't have an accurate estimate. Unfortunately, every time there is a tragedy, we tend to see a spike in the amount of mail, communications, email that we receive.
You've been known to vote yes to bills that do support gun control. So are you working to draft a bill to present to the House?
I am not, because my committee assignment is appropriations, and we fund the operation of the government. There are some very good pieces of legislation that are pending today that I am a co-sponsor of. There is legislation to ban assault weapons. There is legislation pending to limit the size of ammunition in a magazine. I voted for the Brady bill back in the 1990s for background checks. So with the current legislation, no one is suggesting, even at this late date, that any weapon a person owns today that they are legally possessed of be confiscated. It would be prospective legislation going forward.
Do you see any hopes about reaching a bipartisan situation between the two parties, so Democratic and Republican, after the tragedy that happened in Florida?
I would hope that there is. We have had almost 40 moments of silence.
Yes.
In the House of Representatives, every time there is one of these horrific events that take place. Every time we have that, I assume, okay, now people are going to come together and do something. And the Congress did nothing. I would ask all young people to be involved and to express their opinion, whatever it may be.
I'm a senior at Lake Central High School, involved in coordinating our school's walkout to show solidarity with victims of school shootings, demand an end to violence, and promote safety in our schools. I understand that this 17-minute gesture won't do much to change the ways politicians push aside the issues involving gun laws that are intended to protect my fellow students and ensure that these horrific events don't continue.
Single student who walks these halls that does not feel empathy for the blood that has been shed because of the multiple school shootings that have happened this year alone. It is only by what we have in common, what we share, that we can create a solution to what is plaguing our schools, our country, and our culture as a whole. Do not scorn those that feel the opposite of what you feel. Communicate with them as you would have them talk to you. Keep in mind that the ignorant and uneducated tend to have the loudest voices. But if we, the youth of America, take advantage of our potential and use knowledge to combat idiocy from both sides of the political spectrum, we can prevail.
Think of how many people will forget this. Think of how many people will stop fighting once the trending headlines cease to remind them. This is an issue that's not going away, and we need to bug our politicians and our fellow Americans to change, to put protections in place, and we need to stop this outrageous violence that has been normalized. Motivate your peers to keep this fight alive because it affects all of us, no matter where we live or our political stance. Every student is a part of this. Stand up, stand out, and make your message heard.
Talk about the tragedy at Douglas High School. You guys will face many challenges in your life, and you have to work together as a community, as a country, to face those challenges. I hope the lessons that we learned today help and guide you and this country in solving the issue of school safety. I would be remiss if we didn't talk about school safety. Right now, if you know someone that's struggling or something that's unsafe, please make sure you report that to someone as soon as possible. Please, when we do those drills at schools, take those seriously so that we can keep ourselves safe as possible.
Let's check out some students that are part of the Young Life Club.
Hannah, you look pretty comfortable around these weights.
Yeah, I work at World Gym.
Let's see where everyone else works.
My name's Anika Berg and I'm a junior. I work at Tyler's Tender. Being a working student, it's stressful at times, dealing with school and stuff, but it's all right because I get money. It's hard to balance school and work because I also play soccer, so running from soccer to work and school, keeping up with my grades is kind of hard. But I've had my job for about a year now. I think it's important to have a job because if you want to buy stuff, you gotta make money somehow.
I'm Brianna Spang. I'm a junior. I work at Aquatots in Cherryville on 30. I like being a working student because it helps me balance my schools and my studies. I work only 3 days a week, so it's not that hard. I've been working at Aquatots for 4 months now. I do, just because it helps you balance like school and, I mean, you earn money too, so it helps a lot. Just to make money and just to, I don't know, do something more with my time. I like making money and I love working with my kids, so it's nice.
My name's Dallin Jones. I'm a senior. I work at Ziggy's Funland. I'm a shift leader there. I've worked there for a little over a year now. It's not too bad as long as I'm not working like more than 3 days a week. So when I get like 4 or 5 days a week, then it's kind of hard to balance everything out. I just want to be able to buy stuff because I'm a little more of a materialistic person. It helps you learn like discipline too. So I feel the people without jobs can sometimes be a bit rude about things. I don't know how to explain it, but it can't hurt to have a job.
Hi, I'm Bryce Sherwin, and I'm a junior. I work at Warsaw Inn, and I'm a busboy. I like my job because it gets busy sometimes, but other than that, it's pretty easy. But coming from school, it's kind of hard to multitask with both of them, but not too bad. Kind of when tests kind of come around and you got to study a little bit more, but with homework, not too much. Well, I just started this new job. I've been working here for 5 days now, but I was at my previous job for about a year and a half. I'm not going to tell people to get more jobs, but it honestly is a good gig to have your own money and not live off your parents. Getting ready for later in life, you know what the work life is like. It's not just something new to you, and you'll have little of a background from when you're younger.
In the next segment, we caught up with some teachers with kids that attend Lake Central.
I'm Nathan Thomas. I'm a junior.
I'm Mrs. Thomas, the forensics teacher.
I'm Emily Thomas. I'm a freshman.
I don't really think there's that big of a difference. She's kind of there if we ever like need anything, but just every other day.
It's kind of cool because you get to hang out with her sometimes, or like if you ever need anything, it's just there.
I mean, I try to keep it a little under the radar, but pretty much everyone I know knows that my mom works here.
Yeah, same. Everyone pretty much knows.
Science stuff she helps me with, and it's nice because she gets to, she helps me with studying techniques and all that stuff just because she's been here forever with all the students.
Yeah, she just helps you with anything you need, like kind of helps you with class aren't good at or something.
I don't see her that often. Maybe like if I need a pass for something, I would go see her, but not that often.
I only come every period because I leave my books in here, so yeah, but not really for help.
I like it. It's good. The pros are that I've been here for over 10 years, and you know, LC Blue is like a staple at our house. So the kids grew up knowing that, and so they're super excited to be part of LC and the sports and just being here at school with me. So I moved here so that the kids could go to LC. The cons are, you know, I am right next to their teachers, so if I don't like a grade, you know, I have a tendency to want to walk over there and bug the teacher, so I have to like kind of control that. I think it kind of goes the other way. Like now I understand like why my students do certain things, because now I have teenagers. So like, you know, I used to get mad at some of my students because they were unorganized or they didn't follow directions, and then I see that my kids do the same thing, so then I feel like it's just kids.
Have you heard about the hockey team much this season?
No, let's see what they're up to.
Blake Maynard. I'm a junior on varsity this year, and it's my second year on varsity. I think I've obtained leadership this year on the team ever since I got the A on my chest. I've had more kids look up to me and come up to me for advice on the ice and off the ice. And yeah, I think I played a big role in where the team's at today.
Hi, I'm Cameron Schultz. I'm a sophomore and it's my second year on varsity. Being a younger kid on varsity is pretty cool. I get to hang out with the older kids. I get picked on a little bit, but it's okay. Kind of sad that the seniors are leaving this year. I really enjoyed hanging out with them.
Hi, I'm Nick Doyle. I'm a senior at LC and it's my first year on varsity. How we got into nationals is kind of tough to explain, but even though we didn't finish at the top of the state, the teams that did finish above us, they either, like some of them either recruit kids or they have like 6 or 7 schools that make them up, and we're considered a pure team since it's just the kids that attend LC, so that's why we're allowed to go and they're not.
Hey, I like your earrings. Thanks, but a lot of kids here have way cooler piercings. Let's check them out.
I am Mrs. Schuyler and I teach AP Human Geography and World History. I have my ears pretty much like running up and down my cartilage. I have the insides of my ears pierced. I have the lobes of my ears, I have my nose pierced, and I have my belly button pierced. The insides of my ears hurt the most. It's like a thicker part of cartilage, so when they pierce them, it like takes a lot more like effort to push through. Ooh, I kind of went all over the place. Most of my ears, like the normal like low part of my ears, I think I did those at Claire's in the mall. I'm not gonna lie, I was really little. But all of my cartilage and my nose piercings, I went to Bugaboo in Hammond. So why did I get my piercings? I like the way they look. I think they're kind of funky. They show my personality a little bit, like I'm a teacher, but I'm also like a unique individual, and I can change up the colors, I can change up the gems, I can change up the way they look. So I feel like it adds a little bit more to like who I am on the outside, and I'm also a very like crazy, like spunky kind of a person, so I feel like it adds a little bit to more to who I am on the inside too.
Hi, my name's Katarina Russos and I'm a senior. I have my septum, my nose is double pierced, but I only wear this side. I have my industrial, my ears are triple pierced on both sides. I have my triple cartilage, my conch, and my rook. Oh, and my belly button. I've gotten all of them at China Doll except my industrial. I got that done at Bugaboo. My cartilage by myself. I plan on getting my conch on this ear and my dape and maybe like my fourths. That's it. Don't do them by yourself because I did 6 of them on my own, and I had to deal with like a lot of problems. I did my nose by myself, and that was probably the only one that like was okay. But I would just say honestly, wait till you're 18 because that's what I did, and I got a bunch of them like this, half my ear. So yeah, just wait till you're 18 because it's really not worth putting needles through yourself.
I've been piercing for 4.5 years now. I went through a 6-month apprenticeship, which is training and shadowing under another piercer, and then I became a piercer at the shop. Piercing guns are terrible. They've been around for a couple hundred years now, pretty similar designs since it began. It began with it's super quick, super easy. You hear all these horror stories about kids getting pierced at Claire's or piercing pagoda. The gun will get jammed, they'll slip, and you'll end up with a piercing way off center or out of place. They need to go. They can't be sterilized. Needle method is by far superior because you're actually piercing the skin. Prepping any piercing is done first by prepping the area. I wipe the area down with a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, just rubbing alcohol, make sure any debris, makeup, stuff like that is off where we're piercing. I mark with something called Genetian Violet, which leaves a small purple dot with where I'm imagining placing the piercing. I have the person getting the piercing or the piercee check it out, make sure they're happy with the placement. Once we agree on the spot, I apply a little bit of iodine, take a measurement of the area so we can figure out the best fitting post for them, and we do the piercing.
All right, Elsie, well, thanks for